I know the law, Phil. I know the law too well.
Then you ought to know that there ain't no way to beat the law. White folks live by it and niggas die by it.
It's Focus Connect back in the building. And the plot thickens in the Ja Rule and 50 Cent beat. Ja Rule made a post and said 50 Cent a rat. He been a rat. And I'm finna give y'all some game on why Ja Rule say that. Cause if anybody that don't know the history, some of y'all do know. Back when 50 Cent made the Ghetto Quran song, the Ja Rule side and a lot of people from New York looked at that as 50 Cent was snitching. He was giving information in that song that could have opened the investigation or could have pointed the feds in the right direction. And as we know right now, Supreme doing life. Gerald Prince Miller just done what? 30-some years. And as we know in the history books, Supreme was allegedly attached to that situation where 50 Cent got hit 9 times. So, in the same process of all that going on, you had Murder Inc. that was hot as fire, hot as fish grease at the time. And the feds opened up an investigation on them in which Irv got it beat. But you still have to look at that slowed up the momentum. At that point in time, their assets were frozen. They couldn't bust no moves to keep the record label relevant in the climate at that time. But you had 50 Cent making them strategic moves, just like he doing now as it relates to Diddy. Because Ja Rule and them on their side, they probably looking at it like the fact that 50 Cent was making all them songs and making stuff public about his hatred towards them. You got to keep in mind, you had hip hop police in New York at the time. So a lot of things 50 Cent was saying caused ground for investigation. It gave them a direction to look into. Per se, Murder Inc. and Supreme. And after 50 Cent knocked Ja Rule off, now we see what he became. Then I look at other situations where 50 Cent tried to knock Rick Ross off like that. Tried to knock Rick Ross off his square. Tried to knock his momentum, stop his momentum in the game because Rick Ross was getting in the room and having them conversations with all the big bosses. And he had favor with a lot of them because Rick Ross is going to produce. So it looked like 50 is moving any and everybody out of the way by any means necessary to accomplish his goals and where he's trying to get. So when you look at what Ja Rule speaking on, as far as 50 Cent being a rat, as far as 50 Cent being a snitch, it ain't hard to believe that Ja Rule honestly feel that way. Because if I was in Ja Rule's position and I thought back at people doing life in jail behind him rapping about certain things, and then certain things that he said is a part of these people's cases. And even though people know Supreme had a reputation and different things like that, and then on top of that, look at Jimmy Henchman. When 50 Cent was beefing with the game was cool with Jimmy Henchman. And we know, it's rumors that Jimmy Henchman had something to do with Tupac being shot at Quad Studios. So he got a gangster history. And out of all the beefs that 50 Cent had, the only thing that happened is everybody went to jail. when it came to real street beefs. And then when you look at back when Ja Rule was beefing with 50 Cent, Ja Rule didn't lay down. Ja Rule didn't get beat by 50 and stuff like that. He was a formidable opponent. Because I think in one of them situations, I think 50 Cent got stabbed. So Ja Rule knew was actually coming. And then it let you know, like, strategically, 50 Cent is moving the way he moving now. And 50 Cent understand that he have to maneuver and conduct himself a certain way in the industry because he saw Ja Rule, they were both on the airplane together. Both sitting in first class. And you would think 50 Cent hate Ja Rule to the point that if he see him, he'll wring his neck. But they was able to get on a flight and go to their destination with no incident. So they let you know 50 Cent moving strategically. And 50 Cent understands that he have to keep his reputation squeaky clean when it comes to violence. And then he also understands that TSA, you will be banned. And 50 Cent have to fly for as much business as he have. So you gotta look at the angle that everybody playing. And as much as people can look at like 50 Cent crushed Ja Rule, 50 Cent did a lot of underhand tactics, whether he know it or not. But how petty and strategic 50 moved, he probably did know what he was doing. Because 50 Cent snitched without paperwork. And I can understand 100% why Ja Rule feel the way he feel, as far as calling 50 Cent a rat. I'm out.